Yeah, we'll need to take off in the next half hour.
Just for the record, Dorian hasn't been involved with anybody since you disappeared.
Now you want to make me feel better. After you leave me to rot in a Moroccan jail cell. I could have died, you know. And if Dorian's in bed with the latest bachelor, I might as well have.
We are going to use this to make a funeral pyre. In case you doubt my resolve.
Me never.
Good. Because I am going to burn all unpleasant memories. Yes. I am going to burn this image of this overcoiffed, overdressed gigolo and make him turn into dust.
Clint, look at Tess. She's working very hard to convince everyone she's Jessica.
All rise. This hearing is now in session. The Honorable Judge Russo presiding.
Please be seated. It's my understanding that Nora Buchanan is sitting in for Taya Delgado due to a family emergency involving your brother.
Yes, Your Honor, he was shot.
Dad, it's okay. It's okay. Mika, I'm right here. I'm right here. How long was I asleep for? About a half an hour. Dad's still not out of surgery?
Honey, these things
Oh my
take
God,
time.
he's dead. Mom,
No,
he's dead. They just
honey,
don't want
he's
us.
not
Mom,
dead.
he could be laying on the table right now with his shield.
No, he's not, Danny.
Shh. He's going to be fine. And if you keep talking like that, you sound just like him, and that's not helping anything.
It's all right.
You're right. I'm sorry. You're right.
It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. We're all scared, but we just gotta stay calm, okay?
Why? In case he dies.
Honey, he's not gonna die.
Here they are.
What happened? Did Dad die?
I'm sorry for your family's troubles, Mrs. Banks.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Let's get started. This is a hearing to determine the custody of one Ryder. What's the child's last name?
No, Your Honor, that's why we're
Your
here.
Honor, if I may.
Yes?
I'm Ryder's mother, Jessica Ford, and this is Ryder's daddy, Robert Ford. So Ryder's last name is Ford. He's our little bundle of joy, isn't he, Bobby?
I'm sorry, I don't understand. The infant has married parents that appear to get along. Why are the grandparents filing for custody?
Your Honor, may I? This young woman standing there, she is not my daughter. Todd's still in surgery.
I thought we were going to see Dad.
Hey, babe, we are. We're going as soon as Dad gets out of surgery, all right?
And when's that supposed to be? How long is it supposed to take?
Not this long.
Doctor, is my husband out of surgery? Is he gonna be okay?
I'm afraid I have bad news.
Oh my God, I knew it. Dr. Dan and Jemmy said they were trying to repair the damage from the bullet.
We did. There were complications.
So is he dead?
Jack!
He's in a coma.
He's going to come out of the coma. He has to.
You mentioned that he had a lot of blood loss. Does that mean, was his brain affected?
We won't know that until he wakes up.
Can we see him?
Absolutely. We were hoping his family would bring him around.
Where is he? I'm going in.
Jack, Jack! Taya's gonna go first.
Mom, why are you doing this to me?
No more outbursts, Mrs. Ford. Please be seated. Mrs. Banks, why do you say Jessica Ford is not your daughter?
Thank you. If I may, Your Honor, Jessica Buchanan suffers from dissociative identity disorder, DID, also known as multiple personalities. She was healthy when she gave birth to Ryder, but subsequently fragmented into this woman known as Tess. Tess is unstable at best. The history is in the file. Her doctor thinks she's a genuine danger to her child. His statements are in the file. And also there's documentation in there about previous violent incidents. This is why Ryder's grandparents are pursuing custody, not in any way to deprive their daughter, but out of genuine concern. Because the sooner Tess receives psychiatric evaluation and treatment, the sooner Jessica can reemerge and the family can be united. That's all that Mrs. Banks and Mr. Buchanan want, to protect their grandchild while their own child receives appropriate care.
Mrs. Ford, I'd like to hear from you. Will you please take the stand?
Out with the old, in with the new.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, the jackass is gonna burn now. Lust into dust. There we go. Nicely done. Okay. And since you are the one who helped me see the light, I am gonna give you, sir, the honor of bearing witness to the ceremony.
Dorian, it would be my honor to help you burn that playboy out of your system. Any way you like.
Look, do you want me to talk to Dorian? I know we're not really the best of friends, but it could help. I will do whatever I don't want anything from you. Look at you. Nothing but a con man. Complete phony. All those years sucking up to Pa so you could worm your way into our good family. You're not worthy of the name Buchanan.
You're probably right. But the thing is, I am a Buchanan.
I promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Your Honor, just for the record, every word that comes out of this woman's mouth is a lie.
Objection, there is no evidence.
Counselors, please, I have the file. I've heard the complaint, and I will listen to the witness. Mrs. Ford, why are your parents insisting that you're someone they call Tess? And why would they petition this court for custody of your son if they didn't believe you were a threat to him?
To punish me.
For what?
For marrying the man I love.
When are we going to know something? Danny, relax. Dad is going to be fine.
Would you stop that?
What?
Staring at me.
Jack, I wasn't staring
You were
at
looking
you.
right at me.
Jack! Sit down and shut up. I'm sorry. Hey, it's okay to cry. I won't tell anyone. What are you doing here?
Lieutenant McBain wants to guard Mr. Manning 24/7.
What, does he have any idea who did this?
All I know is whoever did it knew exactly what he was doing. Mr. Manning's lucky to be alive.
What, does John think that he's gonna come back and do it again? Don't you dare die on me.
Mom, Dad, I'm so sorry that you're mad at me, but I love Bobby. You see, my parents wanted me to marry this former Navy SEAL. You might know him. He's a police officer, Brody Levitt. But I fell in love with Bobby last spring when we made Ryder.
Your Honor, I've got nothing against Robert Ford. In fact, I helped him get his job back at LU after he got fired for having sex with one of his students.
No, the only reason you did that was to get leverage over my mother. More to the point, Your Honor. When Clint Buchanan found out that Robert Ford had had sex with his daughter, he had him beaten so badly that he was in the hospital for days. In fact, opposing counsel's husband opened an investigation into the matter. Isn't that right, Ms. Buchanan?
Woman,
in the sacred vessel, yes.
Which is really just a punch bowl.
But we sanctified it.
Oh, yes, we sanctified it. We are going to burn,
David,
the memories of a man who would be so stupid as to leave a woman who looked like that at the altar. Huh?
You're no Buchanan. That's the most pathetic thing I've ever heard. You know, Rex, I'd feel sorry for you if I didn't already despise you, loathe you, hate you a really, really lot. Pa, did you hear that? Balsam here thinks he's a Buchanan.
Well, I hate to break it to you, David, but he's as much a Buchanan as you are.
Your Honor, when Mr. Ford came to our office and filed a complaint, yes, we did open an investigation. But there wasn't enough evidence to substantiate the charge, so the matter was dropped. Now, can we get back to the case at hand and an observation that you made earlier, that Mr. and Mrs. Ford appeared happily married? In point of fact, she just married him a few days ago, after she abruptly left town, leaving her baby in the care of her parents, without ever giving them any idea of where she was.
Yeah,
She just left her son.
Taya Delgado has submitted proof to that effect, that Jessica abandoned her child. What about it, Mrs. Ford?
Hey, Todd, guess what? Nate and Danny are at the Minuteman Hotel. Alone. About to have sex. How about this? Star's pregnant. Again. This time it's James Ford's. Now I know we're really in trouble.
So when Taya comes out, Jack, you'll all go in and see Dad, okay? But Sam, I just want to give you a heads up that the Daddy's sleeping. And he's got some tubes attached to him and some wires, and he might have a little mask on. And it might seem a little scary, but Dad's okay, all right? It's all gonna make him better. So don't be scared. What you need to do is you need to grab his hand, and we need to tell him that we love him, and we want him to wake up so we can make pancakes for us, okay?
Sam's cool. I got his back.
Well, just in case, I got yours. What if Dad dies and I don't get to tell him that I'm sorry? I was so mean to him. So was I. Yeah, but you kept telling me to go home and to call him and to stop torturing him, but I wouldn't. I wanted him to suffer, but not like this. I know that. I know that. And so does he, okay? I mean, you have to remember that he's tough, right? I mean, come on. You know his temper. And how unbelievably annoying he is when he thinks that he's right. Okay? He never gives up. That's how I know that he's coming back to us.
My Aunt Nora's right. I did leave my baby boy with my parents, but it's only because I was in shock. I had just found out that my father had altered my baby's paternity test to make him look like he was Brody Lovitz. You can ask my Aunt Nora. You tried to prosecute him for that too, didn't you?
Miss Buchanan?
Well, actually, as it turns out, Vimal Patel has confessed to altering the paternity tests. He's now serving a lengthy sentence at Statesville Prison.
Yes, but isn't it also true that your office is currently investigating Clint Buchanan for hiring Eddie Ford to kidnap you and then killing him to cover his tracks?
Your Honor, no matter how many charges are lobbed at Jessica's father, the point is he has provided for her son a generous trust fund, which Tess and Mr. Ford are desperate to get their hands on. That's why they want custody of Ryder. It's not because they care about the welfare of the child. They want his money.
That's the truth. He will do anything to make a buck. Last year, he blackmailed a murderer who was a danger to everybody in town. All he could think of was a payoff. And a payoff is why he's after my grandson. This is all about the money.
That's not true. Your Honor, sorry, Ryder's my son. I love him. You can ask Tess. I've done everything possible I can for my
Mr. Ford, you just called your wife Tess. Are you saying that the woman before us isn't Jessica? That she's taken on another personality?
I'm sorry I upset you back there.
No wonder I'm Dad's favorite.
What are you talking about?
I'm his favorite son.
You wish. I'm his favorite.
He told me.
He told me.
Whatever.
Star, you didn't see him, though. Dad almost died in the ER. He almost died. What if they just can't save him? Is he okay? Did he wake up?
I need a minute.
Look at you lying there, center of attention. You proud of yourself? Got your kids out there scared to death. Taya looks like she's seen a ghost. I swear, Todd, if you're doing this to pay her back, I'm never gonna forgive you. You hear me? So why don't you just cut it all out and wake up? All right, you know what? I'm gonna count to 3. You just stop and just wake up, all right? You ready? 1. 2. 'Come on, don't do this to me. I know I've always wished the worst for you, but I never meant it. Come on, you know, so many people are depending on you. Tay is. Your kids. No, I can't raise them. I can't raise them by myself. I need you. Oh, just wake up.
Mr. Ford, are you saying your wife Jessica is really the woman called Tess?
Your Honor,
It's
I'm
all
sorry.
right, sweetheart. I'll take care of this. Your Honor, the truth is, after my father betrayed me and I found out at the altar that he lied, that Ryder was Bobby's and not Brody's son, I had a small relapse for 1 or 2 days. But I'm okay. Thanks to Bobby's love, I quickly reintegrated and I'm fine now. You have to understand, I should have brought this up before and I'm sorry that I didn't, but this is extremely difficult for my parents to talk about. Actually, they don't like talking about my DID at all because the truth is, it's my mother's fault. Her alter, Nikki Smith, left me alone with a pedophile and he molested me.
And this is the invitation to our most recent almost wedding. Here we go. Oh, that.
Yeah.
Pardon me. That story is best left untold.
You thought I'd show you everything.
Okay, now. The beginning of the best part of our ceremony. Oh, wait. Oh, thank you. Oh, yes, give me that. See David's picture. With light it. Burn, baby.
So Rex is my brother. How biblical. Cain to my Abel. Wait, which one died?
It doesn't matter. Look, he's your cousin. He's Clint's son.
So that's why you left me in a prison to rot. You were doing his dirty work.
Jessica is very aware of how incredibly sorry I am about what happened to her when she was a little girl because of my illness. But Tess will use anything to get what she wants.
My mother's right, Your Honor. DID is a horrible disease. Actually, I'm scared for her. She could relapse at any moment.
Oh, for heaven's sake!
Your
Mrs.
Honor,
Banks,
is this hearing confidential?
Yes, of course.
Good, because I know my mother would not want this to get out, but the fact is, her marriage is in trouble.
That is absolutely not true.
I happen to know for a fact, but she's in denial. Her husband has actually gotten very, very close with his ex, Echo de Savoy. They thought they had a son together, Rex Balsam, because my father lied, and Rex is really his son, but he didn't want him, so he changed the paternity test to make it look like...
Your Honor.
This is the kind of terrible things that my father does. This is why I am so scared. What if he decides that he doesn't want Ryder anymore?
You are exactly like your father. No, I am nothing like him, okay? Clint changed a DNA test to make it look like I was somebody else's son. That's how much he hates me, and I hate him right back, okay? I'm gonna do whatever I can to nail that son of a bitch.
Yeah, well, I'll believe that when I see it. Pa, I'd like to go home now.
Got us on the next flight.
Look, David, you have to know. We are cousins now, okay? And the three of us, you, me, and Bo, we are gonna nail Clint for what he did to you.
Revenge on Clint is number 2 on my list. Number 1 is getting back to Dorian before I lose her to a lesser man.
Mom has an excuse. DID. What's your excuse, Daddy?
All right, Your Honor, none of these allegations have been proven.
I am aware, Mrs. Buchanan. Mrs. Ford, so it's your testimony that you're not currently suffering from the effects of DID.
Your Honor, with all due respect, we would like her to be seen by her doctor.
What about my mother? Does she have to see a doctor too?
Banks has not suffered from DID for years now.
She wants custody, Your Honor. It's only fair. What if she finds out that Charlie and Echo aren't just friends? She could snap, and I don't want my child left with Nikki Smith.
Well, luckily, it's not your call, Tess.
That will be all, Mrs. Ford. Mrs. Banks, could you please take the stand?
Mommy?
It's okay, sweetheart. See Daddy? See all those tubes I told you about? Looks kind of funny, doesn't he? He's gonna be okay now. We can make fun of him when he wakes up, all right?
If he wakes up.
He's going to wake up, Jack. So what we need to do is we need to take Daddy's hand right here like that. We need to tell him that we love him and that we want him to wake up so he can take us to get some ice cream. Can you do that?
So, Dad, is it really true that you told Sam that he's your favorite? Because I know it's a lie. I'm your favorite. You swore to me.
You just told him that to make him feel good, right, Dad? And it's okay to cry, right, Dad? Because Jack doesn't think so.
Mrs. Banks, you're the only person here today that hasn't leveled any accusations, and I appreciate your composure. But as to your conviction that Mrs. Ford isn't your daughter and that she may harm the baby, do you really believe that?
Yes. Yes, I do. As much as it grieves me to say this, because God knows I love my daughter and I want her to be well. She is not well. She's clearly had a major relapse. And as a result of it, I am very afraid for her sanity and for the safety of her child. Unfortunately, we've had cruel experience with this. Jessica, a few years ago, was pregnant, and her husband at the time, Nash Brennan, he died tragically. She relapsed, which we didn't realize because she worked very hard to hide it, as she's doing now. And she went on the warpath against her twin sister, my other daughter.
I was in mourning.
No one is denying that, Tess. It's the fact that you took over. You tried to kill your sister, Natalie, and Jared. And then you let your baby die.
That's a lie.
No, it is not a lie. You refused prenatal care, and when you went into labor, you ran away. And your baby died. Your little girl, Chloe, my granddaughter, died because of you, Tess. I will not let that happen again.
Done. Are you all right?
Never better. Onward, upward. Don't we have a French Impressionist exhibition to go to?
Oh, we do. We're gonna go out and celebrate on the town.
Oh, but first, just one thing I have to do, pardon me. Very important.
My face?
Well, yes, I have to, defriend, is it called? Defriend David, don't I? Oh!
What?
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 What? That louse, that gigolo! Oh, no!
What?
David has changed his status to... He's in a hot new relationship with Ms. Alex Olenov. Alex Olenov? That cochon, that pig, that woman is a gold-digging...
Remember, you're over David. You don't care what he does now.
Right.
David?
Hey, are we gonna be able to make these charges against Clint stick? I mean, we don't have any real proof that he kidnapped David or that he threw him in that prison. It's just our word against his. He's gotten out of everything else. What if he gets out of this too?
I got a banana and a mango. I'm ready now, Paul.
We got a flight to catch.
I appreciate your concerns, Mrs. Banks. I'll review the file carefully. Castler, is Dr. Levin's number in the file?
Yes, it is. He's expecting your call.
Good. The court stands in recess until further notice.
All rise.
How is he? Okay, come on. Anything?
Thought he would wake up for you just to spite me. You know, we've been fighting recently about Danny and my brother. Be just like him to respond to you and not me.
He is going to make it.
You don't know that. And neither do I. I'm losing him, Blair.
Dad? Dad, can you hear me? It's Danny. Squeeze my hand. Keep talking to him. Dad, listen to me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for disappearing on you like that with Nate. I'm gonna make it up to you, okay? I promise, just wake up and I'll never see Nate again.
Hey, you better watch it. Knowing Dad, he'll hold you to it.
I don't care, I just want him to wake up. Star.
What?
I think he just squeezed my hand. Come on, Dad, do it again. Dad, squeeze my hand.
Dad, are you sure that...
I don't know, maybe it was just a twitch or something. You like, didn't know he was doing it. Dad?
Okay, let me try.
Okay.
Dad, Danny said that you squeezed her hand. If you did, squeeze mine, okay? Dad, I told her that you were going to pull through. Don't you make a liar out of me. Squeeze my hand. Please?
Look, the only reason I cried was because I thought I'd wake up Dad.
If you say so.
I swear, if you tell anyone I cried, I'll hang you out the window by your ankles like I did last winter.
Can I tell Dad?
Especially not Dad.
Taya Delgado, you are the strongest woman I know, and that's what Todd loves about you. He nearly lost it when he thought that you were dead.
A lot of good that does him now.
Listen, you're so wrong about that. He needs you now more than ever. That's why he's in that coma. You need to get in there, and you need to boss him around. You go boss him around and tell him to wake up. Okay.
I'll call as soon as I hear from the judge.
Well, you blew it, kid. There's no way that judge is gonna give my grandson to you, not after you called my daughter Tess.
Ryder's my son. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to keep you away from him.
Oh, I don't think you want to go another round, do you?
Excuse me, Mr. Ford. Excuse me. Can I talk to you for a minute? How do you think you're doing?
I was telling him he blew it. He called her Tess.
Well, let's just hope the judge sees it that way. After what you've done, I wouldn't blame him if he gives her a restraining order.
Whose side are you on?
Vicky's. And if she wins custody, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that you go to jail and stay far away from that little boy.
That was quite the performance, Mother.
Well, it was hardly a performance, and you know it. I was watching you, you know. I saw how hard you struggled to keep Jesse from coming back.
Well, I see how hard you're struggling to deny the truth about your marriage.
Oh, Tess, what is this nonsense about Charlie and Echo?
What makes you so sure it's nonsense?
If you have something to say about them, why don't you say it?
Why don't you ask your BFF, Dorian Lord?
If I had any feelings for that bounder, Alex Olenoff would kill it. Absolutely kill it. All feeling. No, the man is out of my heart, out of my bed, out of my cyberspace.
Okay, lunch break, Palace, Champagne is on me.
You just want my money.
I don't need your money, Dorian.
You want to use me. I want to use you. So, why spoil it by lying about it? You are exactly what I need to help me forget David Vickers Buchanan.
So I'm gonna take the boys home and then I'm gonna come back, okay?
Thanks, man.
You guys ready to go?
Hey, I was actually thinking.
What?
Well, before big soccer games, Coach has us do this totally dorky thing, but
Yeah?
we're undefeated, so maybe it works.
What is it?
It's like this dopey prayer or something.
Well, whatever it is, I'm sure it could help.
All right. Everyone in the team gets in a circle,
All right.
and then the captain puts out his hand. Fight hard, fight clean, and fight till the finish. As long as our hands are together and our hearts are full, no one loses.
Oh, Tess, come on, you're making this up.
Maybe, maybe not. Let's go, dear.
Hey, where are you going?
Ouch!
Are you kidding me?
Well,
You're gonna ruin the case?
You've already ruined it by calling me Tess, so what difference does it make?
What's all that stuff she was saying about Charlie and Echo?
Oh, you can't listen to Tess.
No, but she just told me to go and ask Dorian about it. Now, what would Dorian know?
Ask her.
I fully intend to.
Nice. Very, very nice. Okay? Make me forget all about David Vickers Buchanan.
David who?
Dorian!
Clint, I'm going to leave. Nora said she'd call us when the judge comes back, all right?
All right.
Oh!
Clint Buchanan, you're under arrest for the kidnapping and false imprisonment of my son, your nephew, David Vickers Buchanan.
All right, Todd. Blair had a good idea, believe it or not.
So here's what's going to happen next. All right? You are going to wake up and come back to me. Do you hear me?
I didn't tell my mom about Dad maybe squeezing my hand. I didn't want to get her hopes up, you know. We should probably wait until it happens again. Yeah. And it will, right? Star. I just wouldn't have been able to go through this without you.
Obviously, Blair doesn't know you the way I know you. I'd have to hit you over the head with a vase, knock you out, and tie you up for you to listen to me. But even then... But we had fun, didn't we? In that cabin? Come on, admit it. Please don't let that be the last time you ever make love to me. Open your eyes. I can't lose you. Please come back to me.